This segment brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
Welcome to Farm Factor. Let's join Duane Toews and Jason Kroener as they discuss the issues grain elevators face during harvest.
Duane Toews joining him once again with AGam in Kansas. And while in Oklahoma, a chance to stop in Okarche, Oklahoma, catch up with CHS General Manager for Oklahoma, Jason Kroener. And Jason, we think about harvest season, a busy season, but a good season for an elevator.
Yeah, we're excited. This is what it's all about. This is the time of year.
We obviously have a little delay from when we get a chance to record this to getting everything on the air. But when we did this spot, you're in the midst of harvest here. Trucks lined up at the elevator, mid-90s for temperatures and a little breeze out. Makes for good cutting conditions for producers out there.
Yeah, really, the last couple of days, the weather's cleared for us. Humidities have dropped, and it has allowed us some really open weather to cut this wheat.
What are some of the issues from an elevator's perspective in CHS when you have to gear up for a harvest like a wheat harvest here in central Oklahoma?
Well, first and foremost, it's employees and staff. You got to make sure you're staffed correctly. You got to make sure your elevators are as empty as you can get them so that you can take this big harvest. And then really during harvest, it's about safety and making sure traffic flow works and that people are getting rest and that they're safe through the process.
You referenced a big crop, maybe bigger than we thought it was going to be 6 months ago, I'm sure.
Well, I think so. I think the weather has allowed us to have some good feeling weather. It's allowed this crop to fill itself nicely. You know, we had some weather issues with some rust and some more moisture, but the farmers did a great job of protecting themselves with fungicides, and they got a good fertility program, and it's become an average to above average harvest. It's pretty exciting to see.
You see the benefits from that on your end when you try and market that crop when they've done a good job with some fungicide applications and such. Keeping that test weight up gives you a marketable crop that you can do something with.
Yeah, it does. Test weight's a part of it. We need to make sure it's clean. Protein's another part of it. And so our test weights have been extremely strong, especially coming off of last year where test weights were a little lighter. Good clean wheat. The guys did a nice job keeping herbicides on and keeping them clean. Also, our proteins may be a little bit light right now, but we're hoping they'll increase over time here as we get into the bigger part of our territory.
We think about those issues. That becomes the miller and baker, who is the end customer for the elevator, at least. Ultimately, it gets to the consumer and those products, and they have a job to do to blend that and make it all work out for those flower properties.
Yeah, they're professionals at what they do. That's their side of the business. Our side is to receive it in a professional and a timely manner, and it's our job to sell it to them, and that they do their part of it. So,
our thanks to Jason Kroener, CHS Oklahoma, joining us with AGam in Kansas. Jamie, we'll send it back to you.
Folks, stay with us after these messages from our sponsors for this week's Kansas Soybean Update.
The Kansas Wheat Innovation Center in Manhattan is rediscovering ways to get improved varieties and new genetics in the hands of farmers faster. Grower-led and checkoff-funded research initiatives are bringing about positive change. This grassroots leadership provides a strong voice in Topeka and Washington, D.C. Now is the time to partner with Kansas Wheat in moving wheat forward. Kansas Wheat Commission and Kansas Association of Wheat Growers. Farmers investing in their future and yours. Log on to rediscoverwheat.org.